Okay, number 18. What is the congruent symbol? So remember, the congruent meaning, what do we write when we say two angles are congruent? That little symbol that we have, I call it the equal squiggly, looks like that. Two segments are congruent, then they have the same length. If two angles are congruent, then they have the same measure. Basically, they have the same degrees. Alright, let's identify all the types of angles. So we're going to check all relationships between angles 1 and 2. So you look at angles 1 and 2. So angle 1 and 2, I see first they're vertical. They're not adjacent because they don't share a side. See, these are their sides. No, they don't share any of them. They do share a vertex, but not a side. They're not complementary. We don't know that for sure. Not supplementary. You don't know that for sure. And not a linear pair. So they're just vertical. Number 2. Okay. Yes, they're adjacent because they share this side between them. Not vertical. They are complementary because since this is a straight line at the bottom, this is a right angle. That means this also has to be a right angle. Okay, so they are complementary. They're not a linear pair because a linear pair means just those two would make a straight line. Sure, all three of these together make a straight line, but not just angles 1 and 2. So they're not a linear pair. Now number 3, these two are adjacent. They are supplementary and they're a linear pair because we know you can tell they're a linear pair. Linear pairs are supplementary. Next, these are adjacent because they share a side. Now I know nothing else about them. I don't know if they're complementary. I know they're not supplementary because they don't make a straight line. This angle on the outside looks like an obtuse angle, so they're not complementary. So all we can say is that they're adjacent. Okay, these two. Angle 1 and 2, first I can tell that they're vertical angles. Okay, so I know that these two angles right here are congruent, right? And they also are complementary together because this is a right angle since this is a right and this is a straight line. Now, since these two add up to 180 and they're the same measure, and then since these two are the same measure, these two add up to 90, excuse me. So angle 1 and angle 2 have to be complementary as well because they are congruent to that angle as well. All three are congruent. So they are complementary. Not a linear pair, not adjacent. That's it. Right here, since this is the two vertical angles, okay, that's 90. Since those two are 90, that means that these also have to be 90, all four, okay? So we have vertical angles which are supplementary. Find the missing measures in each figure here. Alright, these are vertical angles, so these two angles are congruent, so x is just 112. Alright, these two angles add up to 90 because of the box right here, so x equals 90 minus 68. So x equals 22. These two are supplementary because they form a linear pair, so x is 180 minus 124. So we've got 56. Alright, let's find these three angles. First, angle number, okay, y is the easiest one to find because it's vertical with 43 degrees, so it's also 43. Okay, let's find x. X and 43 are supplementary, so 180 minus 43, that is 137. And z and x are the same, so it's also 137. Lastly, right here. Okay. First, notice that x and 72 degrees form a straight line, so x is 180 minus 72, which is what's 108. Okay, and then we also know that 72 and z form a right angle since these two angles right here and that are 90 degrees, so z is 90 minus 72, so it is 18. And then angle y is vertical with 72, so y is 72. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions on this while you're studying tonight, go ahead and email me. I'll be sending out fairly late to answer your emails if you have any. So if you have any questions whatsoever, just shoot me an email. My email, remember, is hunter.patton@cpsb.org. You can email me with your CPSB email. Okay. If you don't know how to do that, log into Microsoft Outlook. Go to the Microsoft 365. So you can go to the Launchpad to get there, or you can go download the Outlook app and sign in that way. You'll use your school email to email me. All right. Thanks, guys.